Hey guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I have done a video. I know my last one was us moving to Western Australia. So we are here. We're in a very small space at the moment, so it's been very hard for me to get the sewing machine out, work out where to put it so that I can do sewing videos again. But as you can see, I have my sewing machine here. We're not going to be doing anything boho scrunch related today because I don't need to do anything at the moment. But what we are going to do is, I got this dress delivered a couple of weeks ago and I really want to wear it before the weather starts to cool down, but it is too big for me. It's like it fits everywhere, but it kind of just hangs like a nightie. I'll show you in a clip shortly what it looks like on, but it just, there's no waistline to it, so I want to take it in and I thought it would be fun to do that together. But I am also going to show you another way of taking a dress in or reshaping a dress without having a sewing machine. It's not the best way of doing it, like it doesn't look super pretty, but it is a quick, effective way of doing it. But yeah, so today we're just going to be taking this dress in and hopefully I can make it look like how it's supposed to look without like totally altering it and making it look like it's been altered by an amateur. So yeah, I'll try this on. You can see what it looks like beforehand, and then I'm basically just gonna, take you through the steps of altering a dress. Okay, sorry about the angle. I've tried to get it where you can pretty much see the whole dress. But yeah, this is what it looks like on, and it's just a little bit loose here. It kind of looks like a nightie. It's very frumpy, doesn't really have much shape. So I kind of want it to be a lot more fitted around the waist so it doesn't just kind of hang off me and look like a nightie. And I just want it to be a little bit tighter at the bust area as well, just because I kind of get like this gaping here. So yeah, I'm probably going to do like 1/2 centimeter on each side and then kind of bring it in at the waist and then back out towards the hips. I'm not quite sure exactly how much I'm going to take in yet, but definitely just going to take it in from the sides. It will probably be about, I would say, 3 centimeters on each side, but I'll turn it inside out and kind of measure a bit more, pin and whatnot. But I thought I'd show you a little trick if you don't have a sewing machine to try and make your clothes a little bit more fitted. Okay, so I've just chucked a singlet on because I need to be able to show you how to do this. So I've just spun the dress around. This is the front. I'm going to spin it around to the back, and what I have here is 2 safety pins and a little bit of elastic. Now if you don't have elastic, you could use ribbon, a shoelace or something like that. Now it's not going to be the prettiest fix. It's going to look way better from the front than it will from the back, but I mean, if you're looking for a really quick fix, this is probably like your best option. So yeah, elastic, shoelace, ribbon, whatever it may be. If you use something that's quite long, you will need to tie like a little bow in it. But basically put 2 safety pins on either side of the elastic or shoelace or whatever it is you're using. Then take 1 safety pin and you want to pin it into the seam. So on the dress, there's like a little seam here, and you want to pin it into that so you're not actually damaging the dress. So put 1 pin on one side, take the other pin, take it all the way around past the zip if you've got one in the back to the other side of the seam, and you kind of want to line it up so that it will be basically in the same spot. Now this piece of elastic is probably slightly too small. I'd probably go a little bit bigger, but this one was already cut and it was the first one I found. So it's going to kind of look like that at the back, but obviously your dress is going to be covering it. Then you want to spin it back around to the front, and then you're just going to pull it up. This looks a bit funny with the singlet on underneath, but that's what it's going to look like at the front. See how much more fitted that is, like instantly. If my elastic was a little bit bigger, I'd have a little bit more give in it. But, I mean, it's quite baggy at the back. If your elastic's a little bit bigger, it's not going to look that gapey because you're going to have a little bit more at the front. But that's just a quick little hack. I mean, it works with some dresses. Probably not so much this one because it does have that zip in the back. Like I probably wouldn't wear this out like this. If I had a slightly bigger one, it would be a little bit bigger at the front, which is kind of what you want. And it wouldn't be quite as baggy at the back. It'd kind of look a little bit more like that, if that makes sense. But it is one quick little hack that you can use to alter a dress, especially if you're gonna wear like something like a cardigan or some kind of throw over the top. You're not even gonna notice the back. But yeah, quick little hack. You can also use a bangle. I don't have one, but if you've got like a bangle, you can kind of stick it in the front and you do it on the inside, but you pull the dress through, loop it around, and it would hang over the top of the bangle. And it would kind of create like a little bit of ruching on the side here, which might look a little bit better. But yeah, it just depends on how big the dress is and whatnot. Anyway, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to measure myself, pin it, and we'll start sewing to make this a lot more fitted for me. It looks so weird, but I've turned the dress inside out, and I'm just basically going to take 2 pins and kind of guess where I want to take it in. Ow. It's always a good thing. So that's basically how tight I want it on my waist. Now it's definitely not even. This is just kind of guesstimating for now, and I'll readjust when I actually have the tape measure. I'm going to take 2 more and go down to my hips. And then I'll basically just taper it off as I go down. But that's basically where we're starting. I've already pinned in at the bust area 1/2 centimeter because I already knew that's all I wanted to do. I'm also going to need to unpick just the top ribbon across the top here, just a little bit of it, so when I sew here I can tuck it back in. I don't know if you can actually see that, but just this little top bit here needs to be unpicked, probably about 5 centimeters, so that when I sew this part here, I'm not going to have like a weird gaping bit here. I'll just sew all the way up and then roll it back down. So that's basically what we're starting off with. I'm going to take this off now and measure it properly so that we have an even amount on each side, because if I have too much on one side, it will pull the zip across and won't be centered anymore. But that's basically what we're working with. So yeah, I'm just going to go whip this off and start putting all the pins in, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like all pinned up, and then we'll start sewing it. Oh, also, another reason I have not been making any sewing videos is because the neighbor is building a house. And it is very noisy, and it's really hard to, like, I don't know if you can hear it now, it's a little bit quieter than normal, but yeah, it's really loud and really hard to film when that's going on next door. So I really have to pick my hours, and yeah, I'm sorry, I hope to bring more content really soon. Anyway, so as you saw, dress inside out, I've popped a couple of pins in there, just to kind of mark out roughly where I want it to be. And now we're just going to take the tape measure and actually make sure that it's going to be even, and also put in a few more pins. Now, if your dress or whatever it is you're altering has a zip, make sure you do the zip up before you do this. That way, yeah, it's not like kind of flapping around and stuff. So as you can see, we're going to take in the bust area about 1/2 centimeter, or it's a full centimeter if you go from the very, very edge. We're just going to be doing a straight stitch today. We're using white cotton. That's what this dress already has on it. And we're just going to be doing a length of about 2.5 kind of thing. So it's going to be really small stitching. Not the smallest it can be, but quite small. So I don't need to use an overlock or anything. You can always do a zigzag, which is kind of like an overlocker effect, I suppose you could say. But yeah, we're just going to keep it simple, straight stitch. Make it small, not too small though, that way you can unpick it if you need to. Anything less than 2 is very difficult to unpick. Okay, so I've pinned one side already, so I'm just moving on to the other side now. And I just want to basically mimic what I have already done on that side, just so I can keep that zip centered. So I'm going really slow on this because I don't want the fabric to slip too much. It is quite a slippery fabric. So that is why I'm going super slow on this. I think I'm going to do a double stitch. So I'm going to do 2 lots of the straight stitch just to make sure that it's nice and secure. But yeah, that's why I'm going really slow. Second one will be a lot faster. Okay, so that is one side done. We're going to move on to the other side. I'm definitely going to retry it on again, right side, like the right side out, to make sure that I am definitely happy with it. And then if I am, we'll go on to the second stitch. Both sides are now sewn, so I am going to try it on again and see how we go for size. Hopefully I've done it right. I mean, if it's a little bit too big, that's better than being too small. Once it's done kind of thing. Although I haven't cut anything off of it, so that kind of makes it easier to undo what you've already done. But in saying that, the stitching is so tiny that you don't really want to unpick it. Anyway, gonna go try this on, see how we go for size. Okay, so I've got it back on again and oh my gosh, perfect fit now. It was so much bigger at the back, but now it's perfect. So I'm really happy with the size and everything. I've obviously got to cut the threads off. And I'm not even sure I am actually going to do another stitch. I will take it back off and have another look, but I'm actually really happy with the way this looks. It fits so much better and it does not feel like I am wearing a nightie anymore, which is great because it was really giving me nightie vibes before, and I don't really want to wear a nightie out in public. So yeah, I'm really, really happy. It's, yeah, so much better now. What do you guys think? Definitely happy with this. I'm just going to cut the threads now and I'm pretty much done with this. Such a quick and easy fix, especially if you do have a sewing machine. But like I said, if you don't, you can always use like the safety pins and some ribbon or something like that just to make it a little bit tighter. Obviously it's not going to be as fitted or look as nice as like something that's actually sewn, but it's better than nothing. Like I said, you can also try the bangle method. I don't have a bangle to show you how that would work, but I'm sure you can look it up on YouTube, or there's heaps of videos on TikTok as well. Anyway, I'm just going to cut the threads on this and that's it. I'm so happy to have my sewing machine out again, although it's not staying where it is. I will have to pack it away again. But oh, it feels so good to be sewing again, even if it's just doing this. I do have some scrunchies that I need to get done as well. An order came through just before, but yeah, I'm super excited to be back on YouTube, back sewing, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps support my channel and also lets me know the kinds of videos you guys like to see. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next one.